Okay, deck tech. So let's try this. Um, last. I mean, of course, we could have done better last league. And it's maybe not fair to blame to blame Aether Vial, but I've been kind of thinking, because I wanted to like just run the old list essentially back just as like a baseline, maybe with Lonely Sandbar since the cycle lands were so good in the mono white deck that we've been tinkering around with on the MHayashi gaming channel. But I want to try to apply another thing that I learned from that mono white deck, which is maybe we don't need Aether Vial. And I know that seems like heresy in Merfolk, but hear me out, okay? We're going to reduce the land count that we have significantly because treat Aether Vial basically like a land. A lot of times it just gets either discarded or prismatic endinged anyway. And I don't know what else to say other than that. Like, but we will place Force and Negation in the main. I think we kind of have to because we got to declunkify somehow. If not through Aether Vial, then I think Force and Negation is going to be our jazz. But yeah, I think this definitely has some potential. We also get to free up some sideboard slots, so we get to play 3 Dismembers on the sideboard. And I'm choosing 3. We got Ratchet Bomb to deal with like smaller creatures and stuff, and too much life loss. We can only play so many Dismembers during the game. So yeah, I don't know that there's not much more to say. Oh yeah, we're playing Cavern of Souls on the off chance that maybe we want to play Chalice on 2, so we don't lock out our Merfolk since we don't have Aether Vial to do that. I don't know how much that's going to come up, and I'm a little bit hesitant to have only 4 basic islands. So it's definitely possible that these Cavern of Souls should just be islands, but I'm really eager to try out the rest. Yeah, not sure what else to say. Let's see how it goes. 24 lands have felt pretty solid. We didn't even need Aether Vial, I think, in a lot of the games where we had 24 lands. So let's get to it. Smash that like button if you want to see me smash the modern metagame with crazy nonsense. All right, let's thank you everybody, and let's see how the games go. All right, match 1, crazy main deck Chalice idea. Let's see how crazy it is. And the answer is pretty crazy. I think this is a pretty obvious keep. We have Force and Negation, so we can hopefully hold on for dear life in the early turns. And I think this is pretty obvious. Lonely Sandbar on turn 1. Hopefully Harbinger can help stabilize as well. Hope I'm not too all in on Chalice. And this kind of hand does make me remember though, like how important Aether Vial is. Because dang, Aether Vial would help with a hand like this. I'm guessing elementals with a basic island with Springleaf Drum. A little bit unusual, but hey. Well, let's end of turn. We might be able to bounce Springleaf Drum in response to them playing a creature. Seems like a dickish move, if you will, but might be where we want to be. Yeah, that's not going to actually do anything. I was thinking like more like a 1-mana creature. It's like mono blue hammer time. I could bounce that later. I think I'll just bounce it now. I have nothing else better to do this turn. Alrighty. Nice. And I'll probably force negation that on the way back down. What shall I pitch? Probably Harbinger. Yeah, probably Harbinger. Well, good thing they led on that. Alrighty. Force Negation can be a really nifty card, that is for sure. Let's see. What's my jazz? I guess I'll just play Mutavault and pass turn. Let's see what they are up to. I could always flash in Trickster to make Svalud indestructible. Seems pretty like a decent trap. Let's see. I will probably Trickster. I could block with Brazen Borrower, but this just seems better. That was not. They should have done this in response to my Merfolk Trickster. But they were kind of lucky to have it in the first place, so I'm going to consider that kind of like karmic good luck to kind of compensate. I can bounce that in combat. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, so now we've got a number of different good options. Put Borrower in play, repeal the cranial plating, repeal the ornithopter. We got a number of different options. I could also just take, I mean, they're facing lethal. I mean, I don't know. Okay, well that was kind of a waste of time, making me decide like what to do, and it didn't matter. Well, Ratchet Bomb seems like yeah, and you know, it's okay, they can make us play it out. I guess they wanted to see what we had. We didn't get to show repeal, which I guess is a win, sort of. Okay, Ratchet Bomb is easily an excellent card in this matchup. I think Chalice is also an all-star. I don't know if we need Spreading Seas, but I can definitely see us regretting if we don't play it. Yeah, they definitely have Urza Saga, no doubt about it. One problem with Chalice actually is that I don't think like traditional Affinity they play a bunch of 1-drops actually. Ooh, some lag. Yeah, unlike traditional Affinity, like on the play, I think this can be fine on 0, but on 1, it's actually going to prevent my repeal from bouncing the Urza's tokens, which could actually be a huge problem. Honestly, I don't know that there's that much more you want to change. Trickster's great against tokens, Harbinger's great against tokens, Master can be necessary for pushing damage. Spreading Seas for Urza Saga, Ratchet Bomb for Urza Saga, and lots of their 0-drops and everything else. Brazen Borrower, tokens, and just good in general. Repeal, tokens, good in general. Force Negation helps deal with their haymakers. Svalud. I kind of want to slip some dismembers in here, but I'm not sure what to take out. I could take out some masters, but no. My only concern is I'm a little bit soft to Arcbound Ravager. Because Ratchet Bomb on 2 is a solution, but it also kills all my stuff. I guess we'll keep. I'm not particularly thrilled about it, but we'll keep. Alrighty. Four lands is a little bit of a hefty mana count. I think I'll get rid of Harbinger. Okay, that was kind of a very obvious play they were going to make. Thankfully we got Urza's Saga. You'll get caught up in the Urza Saga. Hopefully they don't have another one, but we do actually have pretty good solutions to the tokens at least. Ooh, Ratchet Bomb could clean up. So Ratchet Bomb could immediately reduce their affinity count. Merfolk, definitely. Could bounce Memnite, just to see what we're working with. Or I could try to eat it in combat. Yeah, let's just... I might eat this in combat if they present the opportunity. Dispatch, that's fine. This is not like the most. I'll just repeal just because I gotta draw into the rest of my deck. Alrighty. I'm thinking to just blow this now, just so they have a lower affinity count. They got 1, 2, 3, 4. That may not be enough to actually do that much. I'm going to blow it now. It could be a mistake, but if I've learned one thing about facing Affinity, it's that there is value in keeping their affinity count low, if you can do that. A lot of times you can't. Alright, well, I think my Master of Waves is a bit more valuable than their Frogmite. Okay. You know, I could name Faerie. The only other creature type in my deck. Now, hopefully they don't draw. I'm going to give them credit, and if they attack, I'm not going to block. Okay, that's what I was trying to keep them off of, but, you know, sometimes you can't do that. Alrighty. I think I do have to block that, unfortunately. Well, let's, we gotta draw some cards. There's no other way. Maybe I should have found a way to squeeze in Dismember. Well, maybe I can win if I just have draw any bounce spell, just to keep them off their attack for one more turn. It's a redraw. It's not bad. Bingo. Also, a Faerie Conclave. It's a little odd no Faerie Conclave showed up, but so it goes. At least now we get to play Chalice in the main deck. Maybe I should have blown Chalice on 0. Actually, that probably just threw the match. Yeah, Ratchet Bomb still seems a little too good to give up, but the problem is, what do I give up? Do I give up Master of the Pearl Trident? Like, I need this to kind of get through. And also, my team ain't that beefy. I don't know. I think I can live without it. Pretty much all the rest of my Merfolk are just so excellent against them. And I still want to sneak Dismember in here, but there's literally just nothing I can... You know, all these bounce spells I think might be good enough against Darkbound Ravager. Man, I want a Chalice on 0, but I don't think I can pass this hand up. Svaelun is kind of my my ticket, if you know what I mean. So we could go bomb. Yeah, but then again, this could help us set up an indestructible Svaelun. Now, let's just go bomb, because I'm not feeling like a strong vibe of tons of 1-drops, so we want to get this thing ratcheting up. Seems decent. Yeah, so I am going to put a charge counter. There is value to leaving that on 0, but yeah. I don't think they have Metalcraft yet. And thankfully we've got the Svelin Force Negation 1-2 combo, which is pretty good if I do say so myself. Okay, well, good thing we've got Merfolk Trickster to deal with both of those tokens. They played around our 0-drop. Leave this at 1 for now. Nope. Alright, well, got this thing ticking up to 2 at least. That was a pretty good draw, if I do say so myself. But I think we want to do this first. No, actually, because this is just going to instantly die anyway. Alright, well, we got options, which is always nice. If they attack with Memnite, I might blow up the cranial plating and then block it with Trickster. Monitor. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll just chump eat it. Alrighty. So I could play this out. If I attack, the problem is if they double block, I don't really have a good answer at the moment. Since I can't, no, actually I do. It's called Flashing and Harbinger. It's not like the most pretty thing in the world, but actually good thing I caught that. Alright. I do have my Harbinger up. If they Shadow Spear this, I will probably want to repeal. And the Thought Monitors. The Thought Monitors cometh. Maybe I... Definitely Merfolk. I guess I should have attacked first, but... Shadow Spear. I think that is fine. I'll probably bounce that, block with Borrower. Oh, they didn't remember to pay properly. So it goes, you know, so it goes. I don't think I really have much better to do, so I think I'm going to Petty Theft this, because this is the only card that actually costs mana anymore. But maybe I just want to get through, actually, myself. Yeah, you know what? Screw that. So, question is, what to do now? Could play Ratchet Bomb. Playing Ratchet Bomb before I attacked would have been better. I still think I'm going to hold up maximum interaction. They're definitely more mana constrained than us. And even though they drew a bunch of cards off a Thought Monitor, we're drawing a steady stream of cards. That's fine. Okay, I think what we can do... I could just go for an indestructible block. Let's see here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Next turn I can actually bounce it with Repeal. I think... Oh, I could have won with Faerie Conclave. Silly me. Well, maybe if we can weather the storm, we can win next turn. We can Harbinger of Tides, the Sojourner or whatever. Probably shouldn't have let that thing come in, but it's okay. We can just repeal it. I think we'll just do this. I think they should have gone after my Brazen Borrower. I mean, right? Is that even that big of a deal? Oh, a ward. They couldn't go after... No, they could. They could just pay 1. Well, yeah, we obviously could have won turn earlier, but you know, so it goes. All right, so crazy Merfolk number 1. All right, match 2. We're on the draw. Ooh, Chalice, but no land. Tastic USA. I think we need 2 Harbingers. Well, if it's hammer time, at least we got a ton of bounce. If they play Urza Saga, we probably just have to Spreading Seas, even if it means they draw a card. Alright, well, at least they don't have you know what yet. Hopefully they attack into my Trickster and they don't have a hammer. They don't have a hammer, so they can't hammer in the morning. Don't want them to hammer all over my face. They've got 8 draws, so there is possibility, but I got to take my chances, I think. I don't think I can play afraid. If they just drew natural hammer, sometimes we have to live with it. They didn't draw hammer. Thank goodness. We got a clunk-tastic hand, so maybe we forgot a chance. Ooh. Alright, there are options. We can do a number of things, but I think what's best is to place Phelan and maybe just hold Trickster back to block, because if they happen to draw hammer, I don't want to lose the Phelan. It can infinitely block as long as we have enough Merfolk. Stoneforge Mystic would also give them hammer. Silent Clearing is another redraw, but only 2 natural drawn hammer. Stoneforge Mystic doesn't work. Let's see here. Okay, Luris, hopefully they can't bring back Sentinel. Ooh. They can infinitely bring back Sentinel in the future, possibly. We shall see. We could bounce Memnite. I don't think that does anything. So how about we attack all over this land? I think I'm just gonna attack with this. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, well at least I am drawing cards all over this land. Ooh. We want to be able to block Luris, because if it gains life, that's pretty good damage for them. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, well at least we can Urza, and they can't bring it back with Luris. We need a Force of Negation to not just die. That would be pretty bad. Maybe we should have attacked with Trickster too. I don't know. This makes me worried. They've got Hammer. And they're worried about Force of Negation or Dismember or something. I don't know. But I'm concerned, because why would they even be thinking of attacking? I mean, this is why I kept Trickster back, but, you know, obviously they probably have Hammer. Well, at least we can Harbinger all over this land. They lose the value of the Colossus Hammer, but we have to deal with Urza Saga somehow. We may just have to let them draw 2 cards. It's unfortunate. I think we have to first draw a card. Maybe we can let them make exactly 1 token. Maybe it's not too bad. Yeah, so Harbinger seems like the obvious play all over this land. Yeah, I just can't have them drawing 2 cards. It's just kind of too crazy. Now they can bring back Ornithopter, but they have to choose between playing Luris and making a token. Alright, I don't think we do anything. Alright, let's Sveilun. See what we draw. That's not bad. They could block. I think I'll Trickster in the morning. Although, I think I want to Trickster the Esper Sentinel. No. All over this land. So they could block. Yeah, I think I have to do this. It's kind of not much of a better opportunity. Alright, so they're gonna draw one card. So it happens. We can't get him every time. Hoo 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 hoo. We'll play Chalice on 0. Seems like a pretty decent card. So now Luris doesn't bring back stuff. I feel better. Maybe I'm being too conservative in not attacking with my Merfolk. Not sure what to say. I think I'll just block with one of my Harbingers or something, and then bounce with Harbinger on my next step. Ooh. We could just take 10. I think that's okay. It's not ideal, but I'd rather not waste Force Negation and let them draw 2 cards. So it goes. And when we bounce it, it doesn't come back. Merfolk. Yeah. Alright, we will play Merfolk. This time I think I will attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 attackers. Let's see, we could attack like this, but then we still have enough attackers. Yeah, I'm done being too overly conservative. I have Trickster and Mutavault back as blockers. Alrighty. They're gonna play, Ingenious Smith. So it goes. Okay, they're gonna play another one of those. Shouldn't have let the Ingenious Smith get pumped, but it's okay. I may want to draw a card. See if we attack with 4, 12, 12 and 14. We can just tank one of these, but what if we attack with everything and bounce a couple things? Can we push lethal? Ooh. So if we bounce, no reason not to play Mutavault. So let's see, we can pay 4. We can bounce the 2 Esper Sentinels, and then they can block Svaelun, but then we can attack with 12, 15, I think that's lethal. I hope I didn't miss. Out. Let's go for it. First, let's make sure we animate the correct Mutavault. Okay. Okay, good. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Let's let them draw a billion cards. I hope I didn't miscalculate lethal. I don't think so. He should have been attacking earlier. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. I believe that's pretty much one sort of exactly. I mean, one over exactly lethal. We got him. We should have probably been attacking a little less conservatively, but I think we're okay. Okay. Let's see, Ratchet Bomb. Man, this is like this literally is Merfolk control at this point. Master of the Pearl Trident, Merfolk Trickster, Harbinger of the Tides. Thinking. Pretty much all these cards. You know, the thing about Master is that even though it won last game, I think Ratchet Bomb indisputably would have been better. So all these cards are pretty hateful, yeah. It's the only thing is we may need Dismember. Because we don't want, so serious talk here. Man, Repeal is good. Repeal is good. Yeah, you know what it is? It's Merfolk Trickster. Merfolk Trickster can be good. We'll have exactly one Merfolk Runner, and we'll have 3 Dismembers. And I think we could stick with Force of Negation, but Counterspell could be better. Nah, Force of Negation is where it's at. Force of Negation prevents us from getting juked. On the other hand, we could just scrap the idea of playing Dismember and just play Counterspell. I mean, we're already basically... Yeah, you know what? Let's just play Counterspell, because we're already incentivized to just hold back every turn anyway. Okay, this could not be good, but I like it because, like I said, we're already kind of incentivized. And the reason we're taking out Trickster is that while Trickster is great against the Urza's tokens, it's good, but it's not as good as Ratchet Bomb or the bounce spells against a hammered up baddie. The problem is these Brazen Borrowers can't block on the ground, and even if they could, they'd instantly die. That being said, we have interaction. But if they play too many Esper Sentinels, then they'll definitely punish our interaction. Bounce is so good against Hammer Time. I mean, especially bounce that like draws a card or something, because bouncing a hammered up creature is almost as good as just removing it. Alrighty. All over this land. Okay, I was worried about Urza Saga, but we have Ratchet Bomb. Play Ingenious Smith or Stoneforge Mystic. La 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 la. Well, let's play this. There could have been some consideration to play something else, but I like it. Alright, well, at least we can bounce that to get this back. I guess we'll play another Ratchet Bomb. It seems like a pretty decent card. If they get Pithing Needle, we can just... So we're gonna, I think, put Ratchet Bomb on 1. And if we bounce Pithing Needle for 1 turn, that's a pretty good turn. Yep, that's fine. I mean, it's not like we have a... If only we played like 8 main deck bounce spells that also drew cards or otherwise gain value. But alas, we're just completely cold to Pithing Needle. You know, it's too bad. Maybe we'll go for end of turn bouncing it. Alright. Yeah, we will wait. Because then we can crank Ratchet Bomb up to 2. But we kind of want a Ratchet Bomb for 1, because then we get our other Ratchet Bomb back. I think we gotta force a negation the cranial plating. We're gonna try to play the long game here. So I'm gonna hard cast the force negation. I'm gonna hold on to repeal. Ooh, I like it. I don't think they've got too many. Okay, Colossus. Oops, I don't know why I did that. Okay. La 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 la. If I bounce, yeah. So now I'm gonna get a 2 for 1. So hopefully they attack with Ornithopter. This is gonna be a pretty easy blowout, I think. Gotta love it. You gotta love it in the morning. You gotta love it in the evening. All over this land. Gotta hammer out danger. You gotta hammer out warning. Ratchet Bomb. I get another bomb back, which is pretty cool if I do say so myself. Now, do we want to take it up to 1? Yeah, I think we do. Well, maybe, yeah, I think we do. We can just bounce the other Pithing Needle, or just counter it. I think we're in a pretty commanding position, yeah. Merfolk Control, or Merfolk Delver, however you want to call it. Yeah. I think I'll just play this. Our deck is very mana hungry. What can I say? So if they play Pithing Needle, I'll probably Brazen Borrower, play it, ratchet up to 2, and then kill both the Stoneforge Mystics. That's probably what I want to do. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, this is gonna be a blowout. I love it when that happens. Let's go for it. All over this land. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ooh. Ooh. Ratchet Bomb is such a cool card. Okay. I'm gonna assume that this is GG. If the game, okay, never mind. Because sometimes players just kind of like disconnect or something. All right. Yeah, I don't think I need to attack. So we can play both Harbinger and Brazen Borrowed in a turn. I think that's pretty sweet. Yeah, I would say I'm pretty prepared for hammer time. Alright, cool stuff. I mean, I just find that interactive Merfolk, I've always preferred kind of interactive Merfolk, but now we're like max interaction. Alright, cool stuff. Alright, match 3, we're on the draw. Chalice of the Void against a Luris deck? Maybe this is our lucky day. You know what? I do anticipate that Chalice on 0 is going to do something. I could be totally wrong, but you know, the sooner we play this out, the better, and it is free. So maybe we should have waited till next turn though, because this kind of telegraphs that maybe they should play out all their 1-drops. So yeah, maybe I should have waited to play Chalice on 0 next turn. Just sometimes they drop a bunch of 0-drops in turn 2, so you never know. And maybe we can Harbinger it when it attacks. Genius Smith is the most genius of Smiths. Oh, that's going to be bad. We need Force Negation like right now. Yeah, if they drop that thing, then this shuts off all our Merfolk. So like, could try to return Hardened Scales. Yeah, I wanted to play out a 2-drop first because I might get shut out now from my own Chalice. I'm gonna miss my opportunity too to force a negation. Oh, maybe not. Okay, thank goodness they didn't play Throne. Oh man. Don't even think about it. Just play Walking Ballista. Give me another turn to draw an answer to Throne of Get. Dang it. Well, they mysteriously didn't proliferate the Chalice, thank goodness. Okay, I can work with this. So what's the play here? I think the play is... Obviously we got to bounce Smith, we'll take way too much damage. And then maybe bounce Hardened Scales. Well, I mean, slowly but surely we gotta... We gotta take our chops. Well, thank goodness they didn't proliferate our Chalice up to 2. They must not be familiar with Merfolk, because that would have just been GG. Fortunately, we had to use all our bounce spells, so Urza Saga might go nuts. Ooh, double Urza Saga. Oh no. This is kind of like Big Affinity. Well, I guess Affinity became Big Affinity. Alright. Is there hope? Is there Star Wars A New Hope? There might be. I'm not really equipped to deal with Arcbound Ravager. Game 1. I don't know that I'm super equipped to deal with it Game 2, but we do have Counterspell. Probably an animation module. Mm. Mm. Or are they going to try to prismatic ending? I think I'll have to force negation if they do. Okay, it's not prismatic ending. Okay, that's a lot of Ravagers. Okay, well I can still dismember it in response to the Ozolith. Alrighty. Let's see. Chalice is way too speculative with all those cards. I do like it, but I think Ratchet Bomb is just better in this matchup. Force and Negation is a little iffy. Probably just Counterspell is better. I am not sure if we need Master of the Pearl Trident, so we'll take out 3 of these for 3 dismembers. The rest of the cards seem pretty necessary. It's a little bit concerning to drop the Force Negations because those can be very important to holding the line, but I think we'll be okay. I'm beginning to wonder if these Lonely Sandbars are actually the best in a Aether Vial list build, because I almost always play them as lands, so maybe we just want the Cave of the Storm Titans back. I mean, Hall of the Storm Giants back, because at least that'll come into play untapped in the first 2 turns. Alrighty. Man, I don't know about this. This is incredibly ugh. Well, we got a lot of redraw. Yeah, I think for my next outing with this deck, I might try Cave of the Storm Titan, because like this deck is super mana hungry. That's just the reality. We almost never want to cycle. Alrighty. Alright, so we got some options. Play Merfolk Trickster, or we can bounce the Springleaf Drum. Lifelink Modular 1. Maybe we bounce this. This might throw off their mana production. Not bad. Alright, let's get Ratchet Bomb down. Why is a mouser a cat? Mm. Alright, well, we'll kill the Archon Ravager. We'll kill it dead. Alrighty. That'll be good for Urza Saga when it comes up later. We could attack, but I'd rather just continue churning through my deck. But you see what I mean? Like, if I draw Lonely Sandbar, I'm probably just playing as a land. So, why not get more utility out of it, right? Yeah, let's just do this. Seems reasonable to me. Maybe I should have bounced it though, because I need to like churn through my deck. Oh, well, I can just bounce that with Repeal. And if they want to just let it die, that's fine with me, but otherwise I get to draw a card, which is always nice. Okay. I think I want to keep this on 1. Well, let's just try to shut him out of the game. Or shut him out of at least green mana. Alrighty. Alrighty. I think I gotta just try to win. Alright, let's see. Alright, well we got a ratchet bomb to deal with the they still have no colored mana. Guess now they have colored mana if they so want it. Alright, so we'll play out the other ratchet bomb. So we get the Urza tokens under control. I might just want to hit the Springleaf Drum right now. But what are they going to play with 1 green? Famous last words. Vial of Summer, okay. Well, they can pump this up, that's not good. They could just go get Pithing Needle with Urza Saga. Yeah, that's frickin'... This could be a mistake, but let's just do it. We don't want them pumping the Walking Ballista, that's for sure. Alrighty. If they do the Urza Saga, we crack, I think, in response. Alright. I think it's just GG if they just grab a tokens. I think they have to, I don't know. It's probably just GG regardless. Yeah, we'd be threatening with Storm Giants now. Zabaz. Zabaz. The Ozolith. I don't know. By itself, I don't think the Ozolith is that worrisome. Ho, 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 ho. I don't think so. Alright. Yeah, I think Lonely Sandbar 100% is better off as Hall of the Storm Giants, or even just a basic island. Man, that we could definitely get mana flooded. Yeah, I think Hall of the Storm Giants is a really, really sweet, almost completely free utility land, and those are always nice. So far, these Cavern of Souls haven't done diddly squat, but I mean, so I could, in theory, take these out for islands, take out the Lonely Sandbar, put in like what's it called? Castle Vantris. But I just don't feel like I'm ever gonna put yeah, I think Hall of the Storm Giants is probably just better. Yeah, I think this looks good. Yeah, because I only cycled it once, and probably that was a mistake anyway. I'm just not cycling Lonely Sandbar. Alright, we'll keep. We're kind of doing okay for having a handicapped tap land that doesn't have any other upside. Because that's kind of what Lonely Sandbar has been, just a handicapped card that comes into play tapped, and you know, just a strictly worse island that comes into play tapped, basically. Okie dokie. Well, let's ratchet it up. Hopefully they don't juke us with like Arcbound Ravager. With Arcbound Ravager and I don't think I can play both Arcbound Ravager and Hardened Scales and attack with Inkmoth Nexus all in the same turn. Yeah, once again, I don't know. Yeah, basically, once again, I think I'm just playing this as a strictly worse island. Although, notably, it still would have came into play tapped as Hall of the Storm Giants, but it would have been a giant, indestructible giant. Alrighty. Well, I think this is a job for Merfolk Trickster. Try to take away Infect. Okay, well that's not the most impressive use of a Veil of Summer, I'll tell you that much. Spock Walking Ballista then. What about Consolation Prize? I don't know if we've probably just been getting lucky that Veil of Summer hasn't blown us out. But like for the most part, our deck isn't like Jund or something. Veil of Summer a lot of times will trade with an effect rather than with a an actual spell. Okay. I'll probably just end up playing Brazen Borrower at end of turn to put on more pressure. Let's see. Weldy, weldy, weldy. Archie Ravenger. Well, the time has come. Maybe I should put this on 2 just in case, as like a fail-safe. Where? Okay. We'll play Ratchet Bomb. We'll ratchet in the morning, we'll ratchet in the evening. See, now I think I have to sack the Fiery Islet. Guess we're technically threatening lethal next turn. Alrighty. Cavern of Souls, naming Merfolk. We will force a chump block. Yeah, of course they're going to block the Brazen Borrower. Spreading Seas wouldn't have worked, by the way. If they're a savvy player, which I think they are, they would just animate it in response. Alright. So hopefully Luris can't bring anything back. Oh, I guess it can, because... No, let's do this in response. I don't want them to... Springleaf Drum will get tapped if they weld it. It's tapped. Just it can't play into the green land and blow me out with a Veil of Summer. Oh, alright, what an unlikely win against Hardened Scales. Boom. Booyah. Alright, match 4. Hey, we're 3-0, hey, not bad. Once again, I guarantee you this Lonely Sandbar is just getting played as a land. Okay. Man, Elementals, actually, this might be kind of tough. So many people are playing like Prismatic Ending anyway. Like Aether Vial ain't what it cracked up to, ain't what it used to be, ain't what it used to be. Ain't what it used to be. Alright, we'll just try to play the Trickster. Voice of Resurgence. I guess I might as well attack, and then I can, you know, turn on playing stuff at the end of their turn. The main reason is because the Repeal is just kind of a free removal spell of sorts. Or even the Petty Theft. Okay. We could return that thing. It's a pretty even trade on mana. I like it. I just don't want to get Fury too hard. Alrighty. Risen Reef. La la la. La 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 la. Alright, well, if they play... Maybe I will cycle the Lonely Sandbar. It's a very speculative use of the card, but no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, this could get Furied. Maybe I wanted a Fury earlier. I don't know. At least they're going to have to evoke Fury instead of just playing it right out. But still, the Fury is a Fury. And unfortunately, this can't hit Fury. Even though Fury feels like a spell, it's not a spell. Okay, well, in theory, one of these days they're not going to have Fury, but, you know. This thing is preventing Force Negation from hitting the... Alright, let's just maximize our time here. We need actual counterspell for this matchup, but they're playing Cavern of Souls. This is like not the usual version. I mean, we still have to... Chalice is going to be our anti-ephemerate tech of choice and anti-Veil of Summer. We need Dismember. I think Trickster is... No, I think Harbinger. Like, we don't want to be bouncing stuff at the end of the day. At least we don't be bouncing stuff that bad. I think all the rest of these cards really add that much. Ratchet Bomb, though, could be helpful, but... I think Chalice of the Void actually isn't the best. Ratchet Bomb maybe is. I don't know if Ratchet Bomb is the best. Alrighty. I don't know if playing Ratchet Bomb instead of Chalice is the way to go. But I don't, no, I can't keep this, just no blue mana. Yeah, we'll keep this one. I think, you know what, I just realized Repeal is probably not the best card in this matchup. So probably going to, if I'm lucky enough to get a game 3, I will probably Let's see here. Yeah, actually, and just Hall of the Storm Giants actually in this matchup may actually give me some quasi inevitability depending on the board states. You know, I don't know, but maybe not. Voice of Resurgence, that's fine. I could, you know, I could attack, but I think I'd rather. Oh, like actually, this is kind of protecting it from Fury now, which is kind of nice. Okay, well this time we might get the rush down. I'm a little bit worried I might get massive juked somehow. I mean, if you think about it, I might as well attack, because if they double block a Lord, then I'm gonna have to dismember anyway. Hit the Thunderkin Awakener probably, then repeal it, but then Thunderkin Awakener might do nasty things. I don't know, this could be a mistake, but play around Veil of Summer. Well, that was an unexpected victory. I suspect this might be 5-color elementals, because normally I think Thunderkin is in the Vault Lightning Skelemental decks. So I think we kind of got lucky there. I don't think we want to play the late game with Ratchet Bomb. I think we want to play the rushdown game. I don't know about this repeal though. I mean, repeal is good against the token, but honestly, maybe we just want Ratchet Bomb in this slot instead. Ratchet Bomb's so slow though, and they're so anti like the rushdown approach that we want. Yeah, I don't think we can justify that. I guess that means Relic. Relic actually might not be half bad. It might be better than Repeal. Might be. Nah. At least Relic ain't dead. I mean, it ain't ever dead, but at least they do have some graveyard shenanigans. This Repeal is little weak sauce, but it is great against the voice tokens, at least. This hand is Garbo. This hand is not perfect, but it's not Garbo. Yeah. Unless they have Voice of Resurgence, Repeal is the weakest card here. So fairly easy, I think. Alrighty. Yeah, this is definitely 5-color elementals. Well, Lightning Skelemental, here we come, but I can't just not try to curve out. That's fine. Oh, I thought that was going to be Lightning Skelemental. I may want to protect Svalon if they're bringing in Spite Bellows. Yeah, you know, it's speculative, but this also protects from Fury, so there is definitely advantages to leading off on a Lord. So I get to hold Dismember up. Okay, well they're mana screwed. That's always helpful for our chances. Alrighty, so we can make Svalin indestructible, and it's just outside of the reach of Fury. Alright, well, they were patient. At least I can interact if they have Ephemerate. But they can interact if they have Veil of Summer. Does this produce green? It does. Alrighty. Ooh, Spike Bellows. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, let's just do this. Merfolk. Yeah, I can still play. Actually, I may need a name Faerie, because I'm gonna need a name Faerie. I could try to return Spike Bellows to their hand, actually. Seems a little counterintuitive, but actually that might be better. Okay, or just do this. So I can return this in response to Spike Bellows if they Thunderkin. I don't know. It seems speculative, but I'll try. I mean, it seems like too juicy of a possible play for them, so maybe we get to eat the Thunderkin and save the Brazen. Oh, I don't think we're going to get to eat it anymore. But we can bounce the Kira at least. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, fine. Alright, fair enough. So I get to gain some life. So hopefully this nightmare is over. We can only hope. See, if this only Sandbar was a giant, well, it's almost the same thing, because it costs 7 mana to activate the Faerie Conclave and the double Mutavault, which is 6 as opposed to 7, but it could be a massive blocker. Fury, okay, or Omnath. That's going to gain a lot of life. That's a problem for us. Alrighty. I don't like the way I tap my mana. It's not good. Yep, I don't like the way I tap my mana, so I missed on 2 points of damage. I guess it is what it is. I need that Hall. I need the Hall of the Storm Giants. Definitely would have been better against Omnath, that's for sure. In a way, I don't know why I'm just putting it out there, but I am. Well, finally we get to cycle Lonely Sandbar. This card is just not not where we want to be. Well, okay, I mean, I would have thought they would not wait until they actually can play Solitude. Alright. Alright, match 5. Come on. Take my turn already. I got so many lands, but still, see, once again, I'm playing this out as just a utility land. Of course, maybe I should be cycling this more, but without Aether Vial, I just feel like the deck is super mana hungry. Maybe Harbinger helps. Got like the perfect hand. I should have waited till I can Harbinger on. Second. we definitely want to do this. So we got essentially 12 points of counter magic in the sideboard. Maybe that helps. Lots of interaction. Maybe that helps. We're probably just going to get double bolted. I draw like a ton of force and negations in order to survive. Maybe they're getting mana flooded. And one thing's for sure, we have to put on the pressure, otherwise there's no chance. So we have to hope to get unbelievably lucky here. Basically, because the problem is if like we just have to threaten lethal next turn, which we are. We can bounce something, but you know, they're probably just gonna rip a bolt, which is fine. I mean, honestly, we probably got too lucky to live this long anyway. It might be flooding really hard though, so there's that. Okay. Yeah, and the problem is they can try to get a lightning bolt, and I think it pretty much has to be a lightning bolt, but it's obviously gonna cycle. Well, at least they're taking lethal off the counterattack now. Unless they draw lightning bolt, of course. GG's. They probably draw it. There's no way. There's no way we should have won that. Well, I mean, it looked like they had the perfect hand for a little while, but I guess they actually had a really garbo hand. I like Burn. I've still got a soft spot in my heart for Burn, but I do have to admit some of the games can be kind of anticlimactic. Like either win or lose. Like I don't know, when you win, it feels like they got a bad hand, which a lot of times they did. But when you lose, it feels like you couldn't do anything. So like, it's a fun deck to play. It's not exactly the most fun deck to play against. Anyhow, who's it? I think Spreading Seas is the clear card we take out here. Counter, Harbinger, Master. I could take out Master for Ratchet Bomb. There is some consideration for that, but honestly, maybe Chalice is just better and just bouncing those things. Yeah, Master ain't perfect, but at least it has an instant effect. Ratchet Bomb I have to pluck on the battlefield, and like, also we need to race him. The best way to beat Burn is to race it. I mean, it's to like, if you can't race it naturally, which most decks can't, you have to be able to pull ahead enough on life to where they don't turn for you, and then you have to race it from there. And instead, we don't have life gain, but we do have counter magic. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I'm probably going to lose a card because I don't think there's anything I can play on turn 1. So, boom. I'm going to have to discard a card. Probably Cavern of Souls. Although Cavern of Souls, if I Chalice on 2, could be pretty good. Fiery Islet, though, is also just kind of, yeah, I'll go Fiery Islet. Probably the, can't take a single damage. Oh, Eidolon's going to be really rough if they have it. Okay, good. Well, not good, but... So maybe we Chalice in 1, maybe we start bouncing stuff. If they have Smash to Smithereens, we've got to hope they play it on their turn to play around me untapping with Counterspell. I should have played Mutavault, actually, because then I could have blocked and repealed. Oh, yeah. It's like literally the worst possible card they could have played. Yeah, this is bad. Always play Mutavault on turn 2 if you have like repeal or something, because then we could have blocked and repealed, which still would have resulted in us taking 2 damage, but it wouldn't have been as bad. I'll just do this. Maybe I should have blocked with Conclave. Yeah, I should have blocked with Conclave, man. One mistake compounds on the other. Maybe I should have just played Svelune also. Maybe I don't get punished too hard. Alright, I think I repeal. Now I can repeal the Lurrus at an turn. Not that that really does all that much for me, but I think that's probably my best bet, I guess. I need to just churn through my deck. I wish I could pump more mana into repeal than I needed, but alas, I don't think I can. Well. And I have to brazen borrow the Lurrus. think I gotta force a neggy nag. Man, taking another 2 though sucks. But at least now I'm free from the Eidolon's oppressive reign. Alright, a 2 damage burn spell does me in. We can draw into counter magic. Question is, should we hold up Trickster end of turn, play Brazen Borrower, then play Master of the Pearl Trident? Assuming, of course. Okay, good. It's not exactly what I wanted. At least we're threatening lethal next turn. If they're unlucky enough to draw any 2-mana burn spell. Cycle Lonely Sandbar as a last resort. Dang it, like, just really counterlight this game somehow. Alrighty, well, being on the play helps a lot. Well, we don't have Chalice, but that might even be better if they've got Smash to Smithereens. Being on the play is so much better, so we can repeal their 1-drop, hopefully play Svalin, hold up Force Negation. Just so much better. This is bad because I can't play Counterspell. What am I supposed to do? Not play Chalice though? Hopefully they still play it on their turn. Man, I'd be so covered though if this was an island. I like it. I like what they're thinking. Let's do this though. I like that out of the box thinking there with Prismatic Ending. But it is a sorcery though, which is good for us. I think we need to just repeal and make our land drops. That's good, but it's not. We want a blue mana, and then I think we're pretty covered. can respect that. Eventually we'll get to 3 mana. I wish I could counter Luris though. That would be so much better. Cavern of Souls. Maybe I just maybe I take out frickin' Cavern of Souls. Yeah, like it also just exposes me to Blood Moon. I think it's safe to say that this is a, and I probably, now that I think about it, should have forced Negation that, because that's gonna be an engine with Luris. Yeah, I should have countered that. Well, since they didn't feel like buying that back, I guess we'll just do this. One mistake for a mistake. Finally. I may want to borrow the Luris, Harbinge the Luris, though. Maybe I'll Harbinge later. Yeah, I'll Harbinge later. I'll attack. Actually, I don't know if I'll have an opportunity to Harbinge later. It wasn't quite a misclick, but you know what I mean. Like we meant to counter that Mishra's Bauble. I think Cavern of Souls is just no good. Just no reason. I guess now we've got a second chance to counter this. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe now it's a mistake. I don't know. Well, I think I have to block because they'll probably get to finish this off with Searing Blaze, but so be it. Yeah, getting rid of Luris is well worth it. Alrighty. That's fine. As long as it's not smashed to smithereens, I'm a happy camper. Can't play it. Just continue the tradition of always playing the Lonely Sandbar. All right. Well, that was an interesting game. You know what? Actually, this Aether Vial list build, just like we were trying with that mono white deck, may actually. Who would have thought maybe Aether Vial isn't necessary? Well, anyway, let's go to the post league wrap. Well. Post league wrap up. Unlikely wins against Affinity, Hardened Scales, and in a way Boros Burn. Although we got more action out of the sideboard and we got a more solid plan against them. But well, really surprising and we'll take it wins against Affinity and Hardened Scales. That's for sure. Okay, what else to say? I mean, our only loss there was against Elementals. If anybody knows how we actually beat that deck, let me know, because I think that's kind of the new Affinity. I think Affinity, ironically became a little lower to the ground, maybe because it has to carve out some different space than Hammer Time. I think Hammer Time kind of does, other than, like, it's funny, other than against us, I think Hammer Time for the most part does what Classic Affinity does, just better. It just so happens though that that Hammer Time is uniquely vulnerable to bounce. So so actually that's a good I think development, that basically a combination of new Affinity and Hammer Time kind of pushed Classic Affinity out of the metagame. So, but I think Elementals is probably just the new Classic Affinity that we've always like just never really been able to beat consistently. Just want to make sure my notes reflect that these results were with the Aether Vial list version. Okay, though, some takeaways. Once again, I think Lonely Sandbar basically always came into play as a land. Yeah. I think 2 Horizon lands is just right. I don't think we were ever really hurting for that much more. I am a little bit torn about Cavern of Souls, but honestly, that last game is making me think we don't need them. We're fairly blue. We're fairly blue heavy. We may want to hardcast Force of Negation. When we have to name Faerie for Brazen Borrower, it really constrains our mana for the rest of the game for all the other Merfolk and whatnot. So we're mostly gunning to play Chalice on 1. But actually, we've got 12 man lands. So actually, Chalice on 2 is doable, because maybe it's actually not the end of the world to shut off. Like, as long as we do it in the opportune time, we can shut off our Merfolk, but then maybe we can just win with our 12 man lands, you know? Like, so yeah, I mean, I think this might be pretty good. All of the Storm Giants. I mean, hey, you know, it's not a perfect card, but I mean, I think if we're going to be playing a land, like, instead of Lonely Sandbar, how about we just play a utility land that sometimes comes into play tapped, sometimes doesn't, a lot of times doesn't, but instead of just being a strictly worse island, why not have the possibility to have a giant later in the game? Yeah, I think the deck is just way too mana hungry that we can't consistently count on cycling those Lonely Sandbars. I do still like the Horizon lands though, because they're a little different. We can hold them as our last land and then like tap them only maybe a few times and then crack them. Since they have that unique ability to be cracked after the already tapped for mana, I think the Horizon lands. Plus they come into play untapped, but I think the Horizon lands are a little bit have a little bit, you know, more mileage that way, I guess you could say. I guess other considerations is I could play Castle Vantress instead of Hall of the Storm Giants, but honestly, Castle Vantress, the problem is I have to pay 5 mana. I don't get any immediate value, and I don't know how often I'm just going to hold up 5 mana without doing anything. So maybe we just want Hall of the Storm Giants, because sure, it doesn't get immediate value, but I mean, it doesn't, like, not going to say, like, at least when you're activating it, you're hopefully getting immediate value in the form of a gigantic giant. Anyway, I guess we'll just see how this goes in the future, but I think these are pretty safe swaps. Yeah, I guess I'll sell those Caverns back. I've never been impressed with Cavern. This is probably the first recorded league where I'm showing off Cavern, but this has just always been in my experience with Cavern. Like, it never helps me play stuff under Chalice. It never helps me avoid counterspells, and it always just makes my mana more awkward for playing counterspell, basically. So I don't know. There for all of you guys who wanted to, you know, all of you all who wanted me to try out Cavern of Souls. There it was. I tried it out, and then that was exactly my experience whenever I've tried it out in the past. So, all right. Anyway, if you want to see more of this type of stuff, then give me a subscribe, and we'll see how it goes. Until next time, take care, everybody.